They did pause that event there as well as they did the Summer League across the street.
Indeed, that's because a 6.9 earthquake hit in Vegas at the Thomas and Mack Center. You can see the big Jumbotron there held by those cables. They had to move the players from the Pelicans and the Knicks off the floor. The Suns and the Nuggets were set to go afterwards. That game was delayed as well. Everybody leaving the arena. There are 9 games scheduled for Saturday in the NBA Summer League, starting at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll obviously have to wait to see what happens. Let's get through tonight first. Our Malika Andrews joins us tonight on SportsCenter. She joins us live from Las Vegas. She was there. I just want to ask you what you saw and what you experienced.
Well, I am from California originally, so earthquakes are nothing that I am not used to. That being said, it took myself and a lot of folks, including the players, a couple of moments to realize that this was an earthquake. It wasn't just someone moving around. I talked to Frank Jackson after the game, and he was bringing the ball up the court when the earthquake started and when the Jumbotron began to sway. And he said he didn't even realize there was an earthquake. And there were some guys, Christian Wood told me, that didn't even realize there was an earthquake when they were ushering players off of the court. And so for a while, it seemed like perhaps they would be able to resume play, but league officials just decided that to be cautious, why not delay those games? And so eventually the players were escorted off the court and back into the locker room, and then they left and went on the bus. But a lot of players said that that was one of the craziest things they've ever experienced.
No question, I can understand that, Malika, and I guess Frank Jackson would be able to understand the notion that the Cox Pavilion, essentially next door to where you are at the Thomas and Mack Center, the Magic and Spurs were playing a game. It was momentarily delayed, and then the game ended up resuming. Obviously, that arena a little bit smaller, and it doesn't have that hanging Jumbotron that you're standing under at this particular juncture, so obviously different rules applying there. I want to ask you about one thing that happened during the game, highly anticipated debut of Zion Williamson at the MGM Resorts Summer League. We hear knee-to-knee contact, and anytime you hear that with a young player, a franchise-altering player, we always want to know a little bit more. Huge ice pack I saw on his knee when I was watching the broadcast. What's the latest on the knee-to-knee for Zion?
Yeah, so like you said, Ruben, Zion ended up playing just 9 minutes tonight because he did knock his left knee with another player. But I was told that this is a precaution. They are wanting to be overly safe with Zion Williamson. They are just trying to make sure it doesn't get any worse. I saw him walking out of the arena after the game, in a sandwich between 2 security guards. It looked like he had a little tiny hitch in his step, but I've been told this is not something that they're concerned about moving forward. It's not something they expect to linger. That being said, they will be reevaluating him and letting us know at a later date whether or not he will be available to play tomorrow. But when, fans started chanting, "We want Zion, bring back Zion," Alvin Gentry had told me earlier on in the day that he wants Zion too, but he wants Zion to be healthy in the regular season, and that takes precedent over anything that happens here.
There's no question about it. They do play tomorrow, scheduled to play again because this is Las Vegas in light of everything that's happened at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, as Malika said, against the Washington Wizards. We'll wait to see exactly what happens there and keep our eyes on the condition of Zion Williamson and the entire schedule for Saturday at the Summer League pending.